know that woman who walks into a place and everyone notices she's elegant, but you look and she's not wearing anything obviously expensive or flashy? She knows some visual codes that professional stylists use all the time. They're almost invisible details that completely transform how you're perceived. And today I'm going to show you exactly what these codes are. Code 1. The invisible line that elongates. There's an imaginary line that stylists draw in every look they create. And curiously, this line is never in the middle of the body. It divides the body into 1/3 top and 2/3 bottom. When you look at an editorial fashion photo, this proportion is always there. It seems like the waist is positioned exactly where it needs to be to create infinite legs. Here's the code. Imagine two women the same height. One wears an oversized sweater that ends mid-thigh. The other wears the same sweater, but adds a thin belt at the natural waist. Visually, the second woman appears to have much longer legs. What happened? The visual division changed from 50-50 to 1/3 to 2/3. This proportion works at any height, any body type. How to create this line? A strategic belt at the natural waist with an oversized sweater and pants. The belt defines exactly where 1/3 ends and 2/3 begins. Or simply tuck the blouse into high-waisted pants. The waistline automatically creates the perfect proportion. You can also create this with colors. A navy blouse with camel pants where the colors meet exactly at the natural waist. The mistake many women make is wearing very long tops that end mid-thigh. This divides the body in half and dramatically shortens the legs. And there's a critical detail many people forget. The shoe needs to be the same color as the bottom half. Nude or in the pants color, because any visual break destroys the elongation. When you master this proportion, people start commenting, "You look so tall and elegant." But this is just the first code. Code 2. The third piece that transforms everything. Here's something you probably never noticed. Women who always look put together rarely leave home with just 2 pieces of clothing. Jeans and blouse, they add a blazer. Simple dress, they throw on a long cardigan. Pants and shirt, there's always a trench or vest. This structured third piece is what separates well-dressed from sophisticated. Why does this work? Think of 2 women at the same cafe. One is in dark jeans and a white tee. Nice, but basic. The other is in exactly the same pieces, but adds a perfectly tailored navy blazer. Immediately, the second one looks more put together, more purposeful, more sophisticated. The third piece creates visual dimension. It says, "I dressed intentionally, not just threw on whatever." The secrets of the third piece: it needs to be structured. A thin, limp cardigan doesn't have the same effect. It needs presence. Tailored blazer, long cashmere cardigan, beige trench coat, structured vest, premium wool coat. And here's an interesting detail. You don't even need to button it. Leaving the piece open with sleeves rolled to the forearm creates that effortless sophistication. But there's an important proportion rule. If the third piece is long, like a cardigan going to the knee, wear more fitted pants. If it's short, like a blazer ending at the waist, you can wear wide leg pants. Never let everything be voluminous together. The most versatile colors for third pieces: navy, black, camel, gray, white. Because then you can combine with absolutely any base look. And curiously, even when you take off the third piece, because it's too hot inside, just carrying it draped over your arm already sophisticates the look. People can't explain it, but they'll comment, "You always look so put together." Code 3. The monochromatic trick. Few know. Now comes a code that transforms simple looks into editorial. Wear one color from head to toe, but, and this is critical, in 3 completely different textures. Why does this create so much elegance? Monochrome elongates infinitely. Without color breaks, the eye travels the entire body in a vertical line. But if you use everything in the same texture, it's flat, without depth. 3 different textures create visual richness. See how it works. Imagine a completely beige look. Beige linen pants, matte, opaque texture, caramel silk blouse with that subtle shine that reflects light, camel wool blazer, structured, with weight and presence, nude caramel mules, polished leather. 3 slightly different shades of beige, 3 completely different textures. The result? Rich depth, effortless sophistication. Works with gray too. Matte charcoal gray wool pants, satin pearl gray silk blouse, medium gray cashmere cardigan with visible knit texture. Or navy, opaque navy gabardine pants, fluid light navy silk blouse, rigid deep navy wool blazer. The golden rule: the lightest tone always near the face. This illuminates, rejuvenates. Darker tone below, which anchors the look. And the shoe? Always in the same color family. Gray look, gray or taupe shoe. Beige look, nude or caramel shoe. Never break the monochromatic line with a different color shoe. This is a trick you see in all fashion magazines, but almost no one replicates in real life. When you master it, they'll comment, "You look so sophisticated and elongated." Code 4. The shoe that creates infinite legs. Here's a truth that will change your wardrobe. 70% of your looks should use nude shoes. Not black, not colors. Nude. Why? Black shoes visually cut the leg, create a horizontal line where the foot begins. Nude shoes create the optical illusion that your legs never end. Instant elongation of 4 inches without sky-high heels. But there's a critical secret. Nude isn't a universal color. The right nude for you is 1 to 2 shades darker than your bare skin. You need to find your specific nude. How to test in the store. Put on the shoe without socks. Stand in the full-length mirror. Look at where your foot ends and the shoe begins. If you can see a clear line of separation, it's not your nude. The perfect nude makes your legs continue into the shoe without visible cut. For light skin, soft rosy beige, blush nude. For medium skin, medium caramel, golden tan. For darker skin, deep caramel, bronze, light chocolate. It's worth searching until you find it, because you'll wear this shoe constantly. The Nude Essentials block heel mules 2 to 3 inches for every day. Pumps 3-inch heel for events. Flat ballet flats for casual elegant. And in winter, nude tights in the exact tone of your skin, with nude shoes close to the tights tone. Uninterrupted line, even in the cold. When you adopt the 70% nude strategy, any pants you wear automatically elongate. Jeans with nude, casual chic, tailoring with nude, professional elegant, midi dress with nude, maximum elongation. The other 30%? Black shoes for all black looks. Gold in summer with white specific colors when you want a conscious statement. But when you have any doubt about which shoe to wear, choose nude. Never wrong. And prepare to hear, your legs look so long. Code 5. The Invisible Jewelry Rule. Now comes a code that separates elegance from ostentation. Maximum 3 pieces of jewelry simultaneously. Never more than that. And a watch counts as 1. Why are stylists so strict about this? Less jewelry means more elegance. 3 pieces are enough for presence, without excess. Each piece of jewelry is really seen because it's not competing with 5 others. It's the code of mature sophistication. Confidence that doesn't need to prove anything. Perfect combinations. For every day, minimalist watch. Medium gold hoops. Delicate thin ring. For formal work, watch. Small pearl studs in ears. Thin ring. For evening event, medium statement hoops. Delicate pearl necklace. Ring. The absolute rules. Sizes always delicate. Medium hoops 1 to 2 inches, not huge. Thin chain necklace, not thick. Thin band ring, not giant stone. And this is critical. Metal always consistent. All gold or all silver. Never gold watch with silver earrings. This is a fatal mistake that screams amateurism. Quality matters more than quantity. 1 real gold hoop for $150 has more impact than 10 $15 costume pieces. Invest in fewer pieces, but better. How to choose which 3: high neckline or turtleneck, watch, hoops, ring. No necklace, V-neck or crew neck, watch, hoops, delicate necklace. Statement dress, only watch and small hoops. Let the dress be the star. When you master the maximum 3 delicate jewelry rule, you become the protagonist, not the jewelry. And they'll comment, your jewelry is always so elegant and discreet. And don't forget, you don't need a closet full of clothes to be elegant. You just need strategy. If you want to learn how to turn 15 pieces into over 150 elegant looks, the link to my complete guide is right below in the pinned comment. Download it and stop struggling in front of the mirror. And if you're watching on TV, just scan the QR code that appears on the screen or in the corner of the video. Code 6. The secret code of 85%. And here's the code many elegant women use without consciously realizing. 85% of the look in neutral colors. maximum 15% in accent color. Why does this work so well? Neutrals never date. They're permanently timeless. Vibrant colors date quickly. They're passing trends. 15% color adds interest, but without dominating. How to apply? Imagine this look. Beige pants, white blouse, camel blazer, nude shoes, all neutral, 85%. And then a burgundy bag, rich, deep color. 15%, controlled pop of color, sophistication maintained. Or gray pants, gray shoes, black bag, neutral base. Sage green blouse as the only color piece. Color stands out, but doesn't dominate. The neutrals that make up 85%, dark bases, black, deep navy, charcoal gray, rich chocolate. Mid-neutrals, camel, medium gray, rosy beige, soft olive green. Light neutrals, white, light beige, pearl gray, sand. Sophisticated accent colors for 15%. Deep jewels, burgundy, dark emerald green, teal, eggplant purple. Current earths, terracotta, rust, soft mustard, soft feminines, mauve, rose quartz, sage green. Avoid saturated primary colors, royal blue, fire red, vibrant yellow date quickly, and tire the eye. Where to put accent color? Priority, accessories, bag, scarf, belt, or a single clothing piece, blouse, coat. Never colored top and bottom. That's excess. The invisible advantage. When 85% of your wardrobe is neutral, everything goes with everything. You don't need to constantly renew. Never out of style. It's a long-term investment. And curiously, when you don't have color to hide behind, texture becomes the protagonist. Gray velvet has visual richness without needing color. Neutral tweed has complexity. Beige silk has movement. When you master 85% neutrals with 15% strategic accent, they'll comment, "You always look so elegant and timeless." Now imagine applying all 6 of these codes together. Beige pants, neutral, 85%. Off-white silk blouse, neutral, different texture. Camel cardigan, structured third piece, another texture. Thin caramel belt at waist, 1/3, 2/3 proportion. Nude mules, 70% strategy, infinite elongation. Burgundy bag, 15% accent color, and only 3 pieces of jewelry. Gold watch, medium gold hoops, thin gold ring. All 6 codes in one look. Perfect proportion. Third piece, textured monochrome. Nude shoes, maximum 3 jewelry pieces. 85% neutral. The result? Maximum elegance. The truth stylists know. These codes aren't guarded secrets. They're proven, professional, repeatable techniques. Work on any body, any age. Don't depend on luck or trends. They're timeless, and when you master them consistently, something interesting happens. People start commenting, but can't identify exactly what changed. You look different, more elegant. You have so much style. You just get more elegant over time. These 6 codes silently communicate. I know my body's proportions. I invest strategically. I master sophisticated minimalism. I understand elegance codes. I know less is more. And that message? It's received instantly, without a word. When you look at a truly elegant woman, you're seeing the conscious application of these visual codes. 1/3 to 2/3 proportion that elongates. Structured third piece that sophisticates. Textured monochrome that creates depth. Nude shoes that extend legs infinitely. Maximum 3 delicate jewelry pieces that communicate confidence. 85% neutrals that never date. It's not magic. It's not genetic luck. It's applied knowledge. And now you have this knowledge. The question is, which of these codes will you start applying first? Tell me in the comments. I'm curious to know which one made the most sense to you. And if you want more elegance codes that almost no one notices, follow me, because I'll keep revealing these invisible details that completely transform how you're seen. Because elegance doesn't happen by chance. It's built, code by code.